What's up, everybody? Let's do this.
Are we gonna ride or not? 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 In my jacked up truck, I'm moving slow. Speakers booming, y'all already know. Mud on the tires, feeling alive. Country roads at night, the southern vibe. Looking out the window, fields in sight. My boots on the pedal, driving all night. Are we gonna ride or not? 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 Stars above with the moonlight glow. Country chill, riding down this road. Catch me cruising as the bass line hits in the southern air where the night never quits. Rolling with my folks, just having a blast in a jacked up truck. We ain't going too fast. Are we gonna ride or not? 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 Leave our worries in the dust tonight. Southern skies and the journey's bright. Feel the power while we ride. Country freedom taking flight. Are we gonna ride or not? Are we gonna ride or not? Are we gonna ride or not? Are we gonna ride or not?
What's up, guys? How is everybody this fine Sunday evening? We are zooming, baby. We are really zooming it out, man. Letting it rip. See what's going on here. All right, everybody's in the house. Jason Ewing says, hello, everybody. What's up, Jason? Big Dave says, ooh, yeah, baby. That's what's up. That's what's up. Jason Ewing says, Big Dave, what's up? So there you go. You're getting called out. Franco, yeah, everybody's in the house. El Fuego is in here from the Pacific Northwest. Got to keep things down, and I hope you're feeling better, man. And Franco Quaid says, hey, got to be different, man. Got to be different. You guys are awesome. I'm glad y'all are all here this evening. The show, again, I ain't done much homework. So we're just talking about whatever we're talking about. I do have one subject matter that I want to cover. I got a couple of things, but we're basically just going to be talking about whatever we're talking about today, because that's how I like to do things. Kind of open mic the whole time. But to get you guys started, I'm going to show y'all some cool stuff. So I'm working on a problem that I have. First of all, let's see if we can flip to that. I'm probably not going to be able to flip it very good because my flippity flips, it just sometimes flips the hell out. I'm limited in what I can get away with. Let's see here. All right, well, first we'll do this one. We'll do this one instead, because this seems to be, well, I guess, I don't really know what I'm doing. Can y'all see that? Is that on? Is that up? Yeah, okay. Let's go over here. Maybe that'll help. Can you guys see that? I guess y'all can see that, can't you? Getting to that, El Fuego. I am going to get to that. Thank you for the question there, my friend. Let's see. I can't click. All right. You guys, yeah, y'all can see that. So y'all see the white car on the screen, right? All right. That belongs to one of us. One of my subscribers, one of you guys. His name is Joseph. And so this is what he's done. Now he's the guy that has a kid that watches my shows with him, and this is what he's been working on. He gave me permission to share these, so I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show you what he's done in this cart. And the build isn't complete yet, but it is in really good shape. So first off, we'll start off with what he did in the basics to get him started. He got his interior back here removed, which is the right way to do it. I did not do it this way. This is the correct way. It's just how far of a level you want to go to. And then he built in the sides. He used lumber back here on the sides for bracing, which is a good thing. My style was to use this, but also to turn boards on the edge between these to allow more rigidity, so that the compression will be better for compressing that box and keeping it from expanding when the base is hitting. He may have been room limited on that. I'm not really sure, but that's what I would have done differently here. But he used good lumber. He did a good job. It's nice and straight and strong, and I like it. So you can see the interior here where he did, I think he used lumber across the top, and then he used plywood on the inside. And you can see the lumber on the inside. It's a very solid enclosure. Yeah, there you go. He's got the lumber, got the blah, 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 blah on the inside, so that now it's, it got a nice seal to it. And you get a shot from the back side here showing this. I believe it's a fourth order. Yeah, it's a fourth order. That's going to be a sealed chamber down there, and then an open chamber up here. And it looks like maybe a 1.5 to 3 or something like that. I would say that's what it is, a 1.5, maybe a 2. I don't know. I can't remember how that nomenclature goes, but it's not a half and it's not a third. So there's that. And here's where he's got it all closed up. And got a brace back here, closed up on the bottom. He's got 3 layers deep, which is plenty thick enough. Got the top pieces in, all that stuff's all nice and hooked up. Here's his amp rack getting started back here. You can see the back of the box, top of the roof of the box coming down, and a lip back here. Lots of pretty work going in. There's your shot from the back. Nice little shot. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of room over here. He could have done some sideways ones, I think, in there. There's some of the cabling up front where he's working on getting that all lined up for his battery and his power. And door jamb, I'm not sure what we're looking at, except for a drill. I have the same drill, by the way. That's cool. I have 2 of those. There's some more shots in the wiring. Okay, I see what he's doing. So he's running the wiring underneath the fender outside of the body thing and through the, okay. That's interesting. Very nice work. Now inside you'll see where he's built the wings to build the shape to the car body itself, so he can contain that pressure. And I'm liking the way this is going. There you go. Nice looking setup. Very nice. Got a little gap up here. I guess he's going to fill that in with a fascia. And it's one of the goofy. His kid took this shot, guys. Yeah, his kid took this shot. And he's making a silly face. The guy's out here doing all this work with his kid. So understand that by itself makes this the most awesome build ever. Anytime you can work with your wife or with your kid and make it a family project, that's huge. And here we go with some amps in the back, and you see right here we're running the Slapz. He's running 2 of the Slapz 8Ks, and I think that's a Scar. I'm thinking that may be his mids and highs amp. But yeah, that's his rack he's got going on back there. And there's the kid. There he is in there inside the box. Yeah. When you build a box, you just got to get inside of it, right? I mean, that's a rule. I'm not sure what's going on right here. Because the chamber's here. This is actually off that wall. I'm not sure what's happening right here. That's kind of confusing me, but I'm sure that'll make sense at some point. Because you've got 2 different loading walls here. So if you're loading it off of this, and then you're loading it off the roof, that might cause some kind of weird phasing issue. Maybe I'm overlooking it or overthinking it, and maybe that's just, I don't know. But anyway, just saying that's what I'm noticing. That's my observation. Looks like a pool noodle up here. I like it. I love recycling stuff like that. And that was this kid in there, of course, again. So that is a setup. Now, he's got more done in this car. It's playing. I'm not going to pull all the pictures out yet, but we will. The car is playing, so that's a cool thing. Now, I'm going to switch to the problem that I'm dealing with. And I'm going to get to you guys' questions and comments here in a minute. I'm going to let you guys build them up a little bit. Because my comment section is not as fast as, some of these guys. So I'm letting you guys build up some questions and stuff, and we'll go through and we'll check into all of them. But I want to pull up the problem that I'm dealing with right now. And hopefully, yeah, that looks good. All right, so this is my amp board. Okay, now y'all have seen it. I've got pictures of it, the whole thing. It looks pretty good, except for this part right here. So this is part where I got to pay attention. So just a heads up. On this side, we have our ground and our positive, right? There's the battery. There's the grounds. There's the positives. Then up here we have ground, positive, positive, and ground. So the grounds are on the outside. The positives are two on the inside. The problem is, look, I can't stand this. This is making me nuts right here. Absolutely making me crazy. I'm trying to figure out a way to make that look right, because it's just, how do you do that? You have to have these two wires going to there, and then one over here and one over here. It's making me nuts. Let's see there. This is a different thing. So here's another shot, closer shot. So here's what I got in my mind to fix it. The basic. This is the best I've come up with so far. Of course, amp and the battery, same picture you just saw. Taking this ground and running it across behind, and then tying it down so that it makes a nice 90-degree angle and goes straight up. Now, the spacing isn't right on this, but the idea is going straight up here and then running over underneath with two 90-degree turns, again, forcing the wires into position, and then putting in a distribution block right here, which will allow me to do 2 in and then 2 out. It's kind of pointless, but it would I want to display this block because these guys have been supporting me for a long time, GP Car Audio. I want to display this block in the center, and these wires in the end, actually, the negatives are about right in here. So these two negative wires will actually run behind or underneath this distribution block. I'm going to have it raised up on a couple of little pedestals and get it about a 1/2 inch off the board so that these grounds can come up behind it. They'll come up like right there, like almost behind these positives. And then they'll pop out right there. I think this is the best, ultimately the best idea I've got for making that work. So this one, that's the block I'm going to use right there, or one like it, to put in there to solve that problem. So you guys be thinking about what I showed you. If you want to see it again, I'll bring it up. Let's go back and catch up on the comments a little bit. Big Dave said hello from Canberra, Australia, where it's breezy 18 degrees Celsius, 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a little cool. With a breeze, 65 is just a little shade on the cool side for me. I like it. I like it to be a little warmer than that. Fuego said, the back of the Tahoe looks sick, or looks slick. What's the plan back there? Whoa, slow down, son. There's plans. I have no plans. I have some general ideas, and I'm still there's a whole lot of possibilities, and I mean it could go from one extreme all the way over here. There's not even a real good window that I've picked out. I've considered all sorts of stuff back there, from tool caddies, tool pull out, What's going on with my mic? Hold on a minute. It's uh-oh. I'm losing mic. Am I still on, guys? Toss me up a toss me up a message if you can still hear me. Because for some reason, oh, there we go. Okay, never mind. I lost my headset sound. Okay. Technical difficulties. I know you can hear me now. All right, so, wow, that's being stupid. What's the plan? So I thought about doing like a pull out where the drawers can slide out, and then having like a flat bed, right? A flat space, but the bottom of it have drawers in it that can slide way out. I could do that. And I may do that. I also thought about doing a little micro stunt wall back there. I could do that also. I could actually do both of those together. I'll consider putting in a electric cooler back there so that I can carry drinks and run them off a separate battery bank. I've got some batteries I can put in there to run a separate battery bank and then use the alternator from the vehicle to charge those batteries, so the two systems are still separated but can be connected with a switch. There's just so many possibilities. I could do so many crazy things. So I'm going to leave that kind of, and I also want to do some kind of advertisement for my sponsors. So that's all in the works, and I don't know which direction I'm going or not. But I don't have to focus on it right now. I can let the pot boil a little bit, let it simmer a while, and then let something sink into my head. I can always use it just for storage for shows for now, until I come up with a good plan. But you guys can be sure and put it in the comments down below if you have any ideas of what you would think would look cool back there. Because I would damn sure like to know some ideas. I may not use any of them. I may only use one little tiny part of one of your ideas, but that one little seed that you plant might lead me down a whole different avenue, and I'll be able to get something going. Sometimes it just takes a little tiny push to get the train started rolling, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Bobby B said, Fuego, if he's been trying to get hold of Fuego's been ghosting. Franco Quaid, give me a thumbs up. Let's see. Can I, can I ask who uses T-nuts or just screws when installing speakers and subs? Okay, yeah. So here's my input. Okay, what's best? Okay, what's best? The best thing I could think of for installing speakers and subs is to put T-nuts in the backside, run bolts through the front. Yes, and the way you would do that, the easy way to do that would be to screw the speaker in with some long screws that go all the way through the wood. Right, take it back out. Use the screw holes as pilots for your drill holes. Drill it out, put your things on there, and then put it back together again. That's the right way. And I think, especially when you're dealing with MDF, that's a great idea. It's going to provide extremely solid mounting surface. I don't do that. I screw them in with some deck screws because I'm lazy. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. Just because I'm lazy, I don't never do that. That's the right way to do it. I don't do it that way. I will give an exception to that, though. If you're mounting on a vertical surface and you're mounting a really magnet heavy sub that's got a lot of torque that it applies to the baffle, then I would go that route. The reason is I've had subs that snapped the screws, broke all the screws off. They would play, it'd be fine. I'd look back there and there'd be like a couple of screws on the top holding the thing in. It would just be hanging there because all the screws would be completely broken into. It snapped deck screws, snap all kinds of stuff. But with using bolt hardware, you can use some heavy duty like grade 8 hardware, and it's not going to break those. And so you're going to be more solid. So the answer is, I guess, the proper answer is you can do it the way I do it and just screw in some good strong deck screws. And then if they break, go back and fix it by putting T-nuts in. That's how you know if you need T-nuts. That's the honestly, I mean, I'm going to always give it to you guys just the most honest way I can. You know, I do it the lazy way. At least I use deck screws and not sheetrock screws, because sheetrock screws are way more brittle and they'll break really easy. And deck screws have a lot more bite and they're a lot stronger. So that's what I use. I get the deck screws, some really good deck screws with a nice wide thread that have a T20 or a T25 attachment, and that's what I use for literally everything. Thanks, Big Dave, on that, man. Bobby B said he's listening in the background working on my build. Yeah, you need to be working on that thing 24/7, man. You're slow. But I guarantee you one dang thing. When Bobby's done with his build, it'll be way prettier than mine. I'll assure you. But he'll also have a whole lot more money tied up in it than I do, too. There's that. Fuego said, some of my best memories are my dad, the builds we did together in the late 80s, early 90s. Oh, man. See, I didn't get to grow up with my dad. You know, mom, dad, kind of a situation. But I did grow up with my stepdad. And my stepdad was he was a carpenter. He was a really smart guy, hard worker, really good shape. He was a big, strong guy. He did, you know, he was a carpenter his whole life. And so I worked with him a lot on the side, because even when I was a kid, because he was like, you're going to do something. Go over there and pick up all that lumber and stack it. Go pull the nails out of, you know. I was always doing something. And then he let me start actually build stuff after a while. But, yeah, I used to whoop my ass on a regular basis. Now, I had it coming. I really did. I was a bit of a shithead as a kid. And I'm still pretty much a shithead as an adult. But I had it coming. But he was rough. He gave me the beans. He didn't hold back. So I've got some good and bad memories from that. But what I do remember is he taught me a lot of stuff that I've kept my whole life. And I'm grateful for that. He raised me as his own kid when that was not something he had to do. And I'm grateful for that too. I have tons of respect for the man for those things. You know. But anyway, I digress. We've gone down a complete rabbit hole. But I have good memories. A few bad ones. Most of them were my fault, but I have good memories. That's good, so I can relate to that. Is the bass knob working good now? The bass knob working good now. Bass knob works fine. I'm not sure. Did I have a situation where the bass knob wasn't working good? I don't think so. No, it works good. It works great. I installed it down there in the console, as you guys saw in one video, to where I could reach down there, and I looked out. Remember, I was putting my arm up there to kind of check, and when I got in there and after I got it installed, man, that's exactly where my arm lays. When I lay my arm down over here, it just falls right on the controls. It's a perfect spot, so I can control my volume and then back up just an inch and control my bass knob. It's great. The only thing I don't like about that DSP controller is the volume knob is a little slow. You got to turn it, you know, a couple times before you get to the top. So you got to, it ain't like one of them rip. It's a, you know, now we're all the way up. Now we're all the way down. That kind of thing. But you can do some really tight, you know, minute adjustments with it because of that. So, it's a digital knob too. It doesn't have a, it'll just keep spinning around, but the number gets to the 66, which is its highest number, and then it just spins and spins and spins. It's one of those things, but I do like that thing. It's really cool. You guys will be seeing more videos of that. Probably this week I'm going to be shooting some more stuff, and I've got I've got the Basehead Garage watt meter installed. So what that means is we are going to be able to show you the power that the Slapz audio amp is putting out. I can already tell you, I'll give you a little, for those watching the show, I always try to throw a little tidbits in here and there. This one is, I was running some music on it yesterday, and I cranked it. I'm sitting in my driveway, the neighbor's home, everybody's home, so I can't really give it the beans right. I got the mids and highs all the way up, and I spun that bass knob up all the way up and back down again. And I saw it hit over 5,000 before I pulled it back down. And it was just a real quick bump, and it was on a song, a random song. So I know it's going to be good numbers. What's really crazy though is sitting there at like 30 or 40 watts. It's got some bang in there. You know, there's some boom, boom, boom going on, right? At like 30 or 40 watts. I mean, like, holy crap, man. Tiny, tiny amount of power. But that setup is just so efficient that it just throws it out there. It's really crazy. Franco Quay said, yeah, he was hearing me, I think. Travis Taylor's in the house. What's up, brother? What's up, Travis? We are doing things, man. We are doing things. If you're still on, by the way, about getting to you here, you know, you made that comment a little bit ago, but if you're still around and listening, I may end up needing to do a big GP, GP, like a milled out thing, you know, kind of like this thing up here, there, that thing, but GP, maybe 1x2, something like that, with, you know, thickness to it, I don't know, something kind of big. I need something like that, and also possibly a Team Savage Sounds deal thing like that too. I'm looking. I hadn't figured out exactly what I'm doing yet, but I'll let you know. We'll get to that. Jason said, "What's up, everyone? I can hang out for just a little while." What's up, Jason? It's glad to see you in the house, man. I hope you're still around when I answered your question or made your comment. Is the watt meter working right now? Yes, the watt meter is working perfectly. So it was a DC offset, particular to the Def Bonds amp that I had in there. And I didn't have any issues with that amp. Sounded great. I've still got it. It's sitting right there. You know, it works perfectly. But that DC offset is just strong enough that it does weird stuff to the Basehead Garage watt meter. It freaks it out. It's not a big deal. Like I said, you wouldn't hear it. You'd never know it was there. It plays perfect. There's no weird things going on, but it's enough of a thing that it trips out the watt meter. So there's that. Bobby B says storage for canopy, chairs, beer, ice chest. That's kind of what that's the default. That's its default job for right now. That's all. It's already got that job, but I want to build around that a little bit and make it a little bit cooler. I want to have a little bit of a show going on back there too. I ain't sure what yet. What's up, PSC? You weren't doing well the last time we did the Friday, the little Friday show, spontaneous Friday show. You said you were doing bad, and I'm glad to see that you are home. You said you just said you just got home for your great niece's first birthday. That's awesome, man. Well, eat some birthday cake for me too. Just one bite. I want a good chunk of that icing, man. Get me a good icing piece. I don't want that down at the bottom stuff. I want the top. Give me a nice corner piece. That's what's up. I'm glad to see you down there. See what we got going on here. Hitman says, do you max out your sub level from head unit? My sub level, my head unit, I'm not running a head unit. Okay, first I did, no. But if I was running the head unit, yes, I would have my sub level maxed out as long as I've got somewhere else to control it. If I've got a bass knob or a DSP or something else in the chain, then I would max out my sub. I max out everything except for the one that I'm controlling everything with. So in the before, Okay, so you start out with the stereo, maximum clean volume, go to the subwoofer control, max that sucker all the way out. And then before I get to the amplifier, that's when I make the adjustment to turn it, to bring it down to where I want it. So you max out everything except for one control. And then of course your gain is, that stays. Your gain's always where it's at. You set that sucker and you don't mess with it. It's not a control that you should mess with on a constant basis. It's something that you set to match the amount of power you're putting into that amplifier versus how much it's going to amplify it. It's just matching two things together. And once they're matched, they're matched. There is no adjustment after that. They're just that way. It's like putting shoes on. You don't go put on a different size shoe for a different activity. You got a pair of shoes that fit, and then you wear them. That's how that works. But stuff like on the amplifier, stuff like bass boost, if you wanted to use that, you can mess with that a little bit, which I never used bass boost. Mine's turned all the way down. Stuff like that. But you mainly want to have some control for your subwoofer, whatever that is. Use that and then max everything else out. Hopefully that made sense to you. But I don't have a head unit. I'm using a tablet, and so I don't have any subwoofer outputs. Just it sends a Bluetooth signal left and right to the DSP, and then the DSP is where I'm controlling everything. The DSP, I have the subwoofer level maxed out, and I'm using the bass knob that goes to the amplifier as my subwoofer control. Fuego says, and y'all, I'm sorry about my congestion. Some days it's rough, and today is one of those days, so I apologize for that. Fuego says, PSC and Bobby are metal yellow first. I'm not, what is that? I don't know. I don't know what that is, El Fuego. You're messing with my brain. I got you, man. I figured it out after I saw the second comment. Thank you. Oh yeah, y'all slam that like button, man. I can't be, I need the likes. We need the likes. Hit this thing. Do it. Do it. Thank you, Jason. You're the man. Alabama DS said recommended lithium or AGM with high capacity since my car doesn't have an alternator with 100 amp charging. 13, but recommended lithium. Okay, recommended lithium or AGM. I got you. And you're charging at 13.8. It's right there, man. Trunked under lithium. The Banger 5K, depending on how much power you're trying to support, you're probably not trying to support a tremendous amount of power because you're running on a 100 amp alternator charging at 13.8. That one. Go Trunked Under Lithium, get a Banger 5K, use coupon code CAE10, get 10% off of that sucker. And then you won't look back. You'll be happy for a long, long time. That's my recommendation. I can't make a better recommendation. Even if it wasn't my sponsor, I couldn't make a better recommendation. It's light, it's tiny. You can put it in your car, you can hide it anywhere. You can hold it with 2 fingers. It just does what you want to do in a small, tight, lightweight package that can be put in any place inside there, back in there, and it's done. You're not trying to, put in 120 pounds of battery, boom, 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 and all this other stuff. It's just going to do so much for so small, and the price is going to be better than what you'd pay for AGM. So, can't recommend it enough, man. Sorry, it's just that. Yeah, Travis was listening tonight, brother. Yeah, I ain't quite got it figured out yet, but I'm wanting something for the back wall, the back behind the box, inside that backspace. I'm going to put something up there, and then I'm going to light it up, I think. But I ain't sure exactly how or what yet, so kind of get the idea. What's the Tahoe weigh now? Less than your mama. I shouldn't say that. That's hilarious. Y'all have to understand, I've been playing WoW for a while tonight, and we were making Yo Mama jokes earlier. So it just hit me. I have no idea what that dang thing weighs. I can tell you this, though. There ain't a whole lot of weight in that enclosure. And pulling the back seats out, which are actually heavy, I think it probably weighs less right now than it weighs stock. So I can say that, but I don't know what the actual weight is. I know that it's actually higher in the back than normal. It's a little higher than its stock ride height. I love you guys. You're awesome. Y'all put up with my craziness. I believe the ancient power screen, the apparent power screen, is going to be a more accurate one. Screen measuring. Yeah, I saw that one. Like I said, I hadn't played with it, but just the tiniest bit, so I'm going to do more. I had to wait until I can't get out there and just, because people. And so that's during the week, and I did the thing where I installed everything, and then I got that part done. But I can't go out there and do a lot of this because there's too many people around over the weekend. So that has to happen during the week when people go do things. I'm still here. And that's how that's going to work. But I'll let you know, man. You said that the default screen calculates power factor and gives a reduced power rating. Yeah, I've heard that, so I'm going to look at the other one. I'm going to look at both of them and kind of figure out what's going on, and also watch some more videos and take some more notes and talk to the guys at Basehead Garage, because they're the ones that design it. Franco said, put some hooks in the back of the Tahoe so you can strap stuff down. That's kind of already there, man. They got the brackets where the seats went in. There's just little rods. I could easily strap down. I could strap an engine block back there, and it would not move at all. Those things are all they were literally the mechanisms that bolted the seats into the Tahoe. That the seats grab hold of. They're bolted straight to the body, and they're very strong. They're kind of already there, but yeah, I'm down with that idea. Do I have a little O-scope to see if my signal is clipping? Not yet. I do have people close by that do have really nice O-scope that can check. But for now, no, I do not. And I can tell you right now, my signal is clipping whenever I'm going full tilt boogie. I'm a bass head. Of course my signal is clipping. What the hell's wrong with you? What do you think this is? This isn't a bar mitzvah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can do a bar mitzvah. I don't care. As long as there's bass, man, I'm down for it. But I want to get one and see what that clip looks like. I'm in soft clip whenever I'm going full tilt. But I want to see what it looks like, if it's real nasty or if it's just a nice little kind of, a little, got to find out what we're working with. The ultra capacitor you got from watching you is definitely helping my stock electrical. With additional SCAR AGM in the back, guitar amp space 3K. Yeah, it will. As long as you've got the charging and the battery to support a capacitor, it's going to do wonders for stabilizing your voltage. It's a great upgrade, and also it's a very inexpensive upgrade. Fairly light. It's still pretty big. It doesn't carry a long-term solution, though. It's only going to give you 20 or 30 seconds. If you start pulling great power for more than that long, then you're just going to be right back in the batteries. So it's a buffer, but it's not a battery. You know what I'm saying? It will help. It'll help stabilize it, but it won't be able to feed it very long. So it is what it is. I would run mine. It would, but I really don't need it. I mean, that little trunk under lithium 10K that I got right in there, that thing is just amazing. I mean, it's just amazing. It just does the job. You just put it in, and the problems go away. Just go away. It really does the job. I can't say enough good stuff about those guys. Just phenomenal little setup. And Alabama said, thanks for the help. I mean, I do what I can. I offer the advice I can offer. And I'm honest about it all. Always honest about my advice. Tahoe goes deeper than your mouth. Yeah. It goes deep. It goes very deep. I need a drink. Oh, man. You guys are a hoot. And I know I ramble, but what the hell am I going to do? This is my thing, right? This is what I do. It's a platform. We're going to do this. So has anybody heard from Andy about what he's going to do next week? Is he coming back on next week? I think I heard something about that. Read something, saw something. Because I'm concerned about the man. I know he did the thing where he took the cars to the thing and all that. Cleaned it up, had Cookie out rolling, all cleaned up and stuff. But so y'all throw down in the chat what you think about that. If you got any information, I want to check on something for y'all. So there was one more thing I wanted to show you. I gotta find it though. While I'm waiting on you guys to give me some down low on the cookie setup, there was one more, or on the was one more thing I had that I wanted to show y'all. That you sent me. Hang on. Is that it? No, that ain't it. That's not it. I know there was another video. I don't know where it is though. I don't know. Anyway, I thought there was another one I was going to show you guys, but never mind. Yeah, Franco said he was wondering about Andy and his dad too. He's made it public, so I can say, his dad passed away. So if you guys been wondering about that, and that's kind of the thing. And they had the funeral, and that's where we're at in that world. And from what I could tell about the situation, his dad was an awesome guy. Him and Andy were very close, and so it was good stuff. But sad that he passed away. But it was good that he had a good, long, fruitful life, and they were able to, have lots of good times together. You got to find the positive in everything, man. Because if you go, when you go through life, you're going to get the same bowl of nasty crap that everybody else does. And it's not that it's any different. Your life isn't any different from anybody else's. What's different is your outlook and your perspective. If you see the nasty crap is just nasty crap, then you're going to be disappointed every day. And everything's going to be bad, But if you notice that sometimes there's, some peanuts, and sometimes there's some sugar, and sometimes there's some, when you stop looking at the nasty crap and you're just paying attention to the stuff that's nice about it, and you start to have a better outlook on your life, and you'll see the good things, and the bad things just kind of slide under the radar. They go in, then they come out, and they go away. You don't want to spend your life worrying about all the negativity, because then you just wasted your entire life. Bring positive to it. Find the good in everything. That's what you got to do. It's like I told him, there's always a sunset, but then there's a sunrise on the other side. So look past the sunset to the sunrise, move on with the next day. You got no choice. It's not going to stop and wait for you. Nothing's going to stop and wait for you. You have to keep moving and keep pushing forward, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're dealing with. Put your head down, push until you get through it. That's the only advice I can give you for anything that you're doing, whether it be building a car stereo system or dealing with the death in your family or anything in between. Okay? Duck your head down, push through it. What else are you going to do? Get run over? Because the world's just going to keep going. Time's not stopping for you. So, there's that. Now that I've got everybody down. Franco Quaid said, that's how I try not to think. Try to think I don't dwell on the past. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. You can't. You learn from the past. You don't want to try to forget it, because if you do, then you'll wind up making the same stupid-ass decisions you made before. You have to remember that sometimes bad decisions made bad outcomes, and you want to avoid those. But at the same time, you've got to move forward. You can't dwell on all that because what's the point? You're not living. You're not a tape recorder. You're a live show. You know, the show is going on while you're dwelling somewhere else. You're missing the thing. You're missing what's happening right now. Make it happen. Drive it, drive it home. Go, do it, get it done. Take one step, and then all of a sudden you'll find you took another step and another step, and before you know it, you're on a mission. You're on a journey, and you're going somewhere. Don't stop and back up and try to look at what was behind you because that's pointless. You already saw that. Keep going. Alabama said, "Yo, mama jokes." Yeah, baby. I can't wait to start giving out demos. I can't wait to hear yours too, man. I want to hear that, the Praisinator. How's that build coming anyway? I haven't seen any. I haven't seen you post anything. I'm kind of curious as to what's going on with that. Talk about it quite a bit, but I want to see some stuff. I know I've seen some pictures of your stuff that you're working with, but I want to see what kind of progress is happening on that build. I hope it's actually getting going on. Who's base says facts. I mean, I just work with what I got. I done been stuck in the mud, and I done been drugged through the wheat field. I done been beat over the head with a baseball bat and a crowbar and a bumper jack, and I've been beat down on a dirt road by 6 dudes one night. Woke up bleeding from everywhere in the ditch, wondering what the hell happened. I have been all through all of this stuff. There ain't no pain I haven't been through yet. And I learned from all of it. I'm stronger for all of it. I got up, I dusted it off, I walked home, got in the shower, threw all my clothes away. I didn't want Mama to see my clothes were all bloody and shit. Yeah, I did that shit. I done it. It is what it is, man. Just work with what you got. Did I ever put a polyfill behind my A-pillar pods? I really don't think it's necessary. I think if I was going to do that, on those little threes, you really don't need a sonic chamber or any kind of enclosure behind them. You just need a baffle to keep your sound wave, because those high frequency sound waves, they're not going to cancel each other out anyway. So really, you don't even have to have much of a baffle. Anything above like 80 or 90 hertz is just not going to cancel. It's a very small wave. It starts getting very small. It's not going to cancel. So I say that it's actually, much higher frequency than that. But the point is, those A-pillar pods don't have any cancellation from front to back, and they're not going to create any bass response at all. So I would, if you're putting polyfill or something in there, it would probably be just for dampening vibrations, or I don't even know if it would be a thing, man. It might make a difference. It wouldn't hurt. If you're going to do that, though, I would put expandifoam in there. I would, because that's going to give you the best. You might as well just choke it down all the way. You don't want to just. So you just put expandifoam in there, and then put it back in place. You may have to put something on it to hold it in place while the expandifoam expands, so that it doesn't pop off of there while it's expanding. But if you did, then after it expands and sets up, and you can take off your extra, kind of mold it together like that. I don't know. I'm not sure that it would be necessary to do any of that, but it would help. What it would help is with the subwoofer rattling the whole vehicle. It might help stop the vibrations of things and keep them from, wiggling and moving around while the subwoofer's getting it. But I don't think it would have much effect on the sound of the threes or whatever they're up there. Sorry, I know it's long-winded. I hadn't really thought about that. But I have not put polyfill behind them. Deadener, thinking I should have used stuff polyfill back there. Yeah, I don't think it actually matters, man. I don't think it's important. Unless you got movement or something going on, and I don't think that's necessary. Anyway, let's see what else we got going on. You are the last comment. You are the next contestant on The Price is Right. Do we have any more questions for me this evening? Anybody else want to chime in? Talk about the stuff, because we have stuff. Lots of stuff. I'm always waiting. Waiting for you, baby. Give me some love. Oh, we're going to be stepping. We're going to be stepping. Because I'm going to go in there and get me some tuna and make a tuna sandwich. I made tuna earlier. And y'all ain't even going to stop me from doing all that. Joseph said, there he is. Hey, man, the back spot is just where the roof comes in. I got you. Okay, so it's off. Yeah, he's watching. Okay, cool. So the that spot that I was talking about, that's where the curve. I'm on it. All right. So that's what you had to work with. I got you. You still. I don't know much about fourth orders. My knowledge of fourth orders is not big. Okay, but having said that, there may be an issue with the different loading, because your rear two subs are going to be playing to a smaller, a closer roof than the front two. And I don't know. You just need to look into it. You need to ask somebody who does know. It may cause an issue with difference in loading, and especially since you're running two amplifiers. I don't know how you have them set up, whether you're doing two on the right and two on the left, or front and the back. If you're doing two on the right and two on the left, I think that's the best thing, because if you're doing them front to back, you'll be looking at two different loading situations for the amplifiers. But like I said, I don't know enough about fourth orders to really say anything. I just know enough to say that it might be something you want to check into with somebody who knows more about them. That's all I'm going to say. But having said that, because it's a done thing now, if it sounds good and it plays right, and it does the thing that you want, it's fine. But for future reference, just read up on that anomaly for me, and then you'll understand. Hopefully that's explaining enough, because I don't want to pretend to be something I'm not. I'm not a fourth order or sixth order expert. I know enough to know whenever I'm in over my head. Okay, that's what I know. I can look at it, and say, well, it works, it don't work, and I see something weird, I can ask somebody who does know. That's my objective. Gotcha, man. It's probably fine, man. It's probably totally fine. And you're running two on the left and two on the right. Okay, cool. Two on the left and then on each. Right, got it. Two on the right. Gotcha. I think that's the safest situation. Is if there is some kind of weird differential loading going on, having the amps play the same thing on both sides, having them both see that problem at the same way, is going to be better than having one in the front seeing one thing and one in the back seeing something else. Okay, yeah. But if it sounds good and it plays good and it does the thing, then none of this matters. Okay, that's ultimately what's the most important. I'm just being picky because this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to look at it and give you critiques, and that's what I'm doing. I'm giving you my critiques. Hopefully you guys can learn from them as well. And I have tons of flaws in my stuff. Tons of flaws. I can critique the crap out of my own stuff. So don't think I'm special. I'm just pointing them out. I'm a lazy bum, man. I did crap the way I do it, and that's how I do it. And I ain't saying it's the right way. I ain't saying it's the wrong way, but it got it done, and it's playing what I want it to play, and it does the thing I want it to do. So I did it right. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can tell you. Anyway, guys, for now, we are signing out, and y'all have a good night.
C-A-E is in the house. down the road, bumping bass, feel the thrill. Subwoofers banging hard, yeah, we're making a scene. Wind was down here flying, got the vibe, what a chill. Lights flashing bright, we're in a bass machine. With pretty ladies hanging tight inside this rolling show. Every car statement, yeah, we own this night. Let it blow. Get loud, turn it up to shake the ground. Get loud, feel the music all around. Get loud, yeah. Get loud, drop the bass on the crowd. Get low, get down, let it hit the ground. Turn it up, smell the smoke in the air. Crank it up all the way, like you just don't care. Float that hair. Feel the beat, feel the drive. Let that be talk, feel alive. Bass pounding down the line. Move your body, breaks the time. Let it shake, let it roll. Kick drums echo in your soul. Deep vibrations, take control. Feel the music, make it whole. Get loud, turn it up to shake the ground. Get loud, feel the music all